Hi everyone, Genevieve Demantis here, instructional designer. Today I want to talk to you about how you can avoid overwhelming your learners with new information. And in order to do that, I like to keep in mind two learning theories. They are the cognitive load theory and cognitive theory of multimedia learning. So first, let's dive into cognitive load theory. Cognitive load theory talks about your cognitive architecture, which is made up of your working memory, schemas, and long-term memory. The challenge is our working memory is limited. It can only hold up to 2 to 4 pieces of new information before we lose it within 10 to 20 seconds. Next thing we have is our schemas. The goal is to be able to take information from our working memory, integrate it into a schema, which comes from the third element of cognitive architecture, which is our long-term memory. So now we want to talk about cognitive load. Cognitive load has 3 types of load types. They are intrinsic load, which is how complex the learner views the information that you're trying to present to them, which can differ in learners based on their knowledge level and previous understanding of the material. There is extraneous load, which is any information that may be irrelevant to your learning materials. So these woodland animals that you see down here, they gotta go. Sorry guys, they're just not relevant. And then finally, germane load. Germane load is the amount of processing it takes to make the information that you're taking in from working memory and integrate it into schemas and change your long-term memory. So in other words, making the information click for the learners. So the ultimate goal of cognitive load theory is to manage the intrinsic load to make sure that the learning task is appropriate for the learners, to limit or reduce the extraneous load, and finally to be able to promote that germane load. So now let's look at the cognitive theory of multimedia learning. So cognitive theory of multimedia learning is based off of 3 assumptions. The first assumption is that we process information in dual channels. The dual channels are our visual channel and auditory channel. This is something that differs from our cognitive load theory. Something that's similar in the theory of the 2 theories is the thought that, or assumption that, working memory is limited. So both of those theories state that. And then the third assumption of the cognitive multimedia theory is that learners are active in the processing of information. So they have to select relevant information, organize it into schemas, and integrate it into the schema that changes our long-term memory. So as you can see, these 2 theories are very much related but do have some differences. So overall, I hope you enjoy this brief video on the 2 learning theories that will hopefully help you promote learning materials that are not overwhelming for your learners. Thanks for watching.